This is Rod Martin coming to you live from beautiful Grace Hall in Destin, Florida. In typical Trumpian fashion, everybody wins from Greenland becoming part of the United States. Absolutely everybody except Russia and China. So, how is this not a good thing? The news tells us now that Don Jr. and a group of representatives of Donald Trump are in Greenland working to find an accommodation. This sounds great. This is absolutely cool. Greenland currently is a complete backwater, as you would expect, being kind of at the end of the world and covered in ice. But Greenland actually has tremendous resources that take a lot of high technology to exploit, something that, frankly, Denmark lacks. Very specialized personnel. Again, Denmark lacks. But wait, worse, Greenland lacks. Greenland has 57,000 people, give or take. They are not the highest skill set people, and there just aren't enough of them. Their tax base could not possibly sustain the vast costs of true independence, whereas the United States can step in and do a wonderful job, much of which it's already doing. Greenland has been essential to North American defense, and specifically to defense of shipping in the North Atlantic between North America and Europe since before World War II. This is exactly why Franklin Roosevelt occupied both Greenland and Iceland during the war, to keep the Atlantic as safe as possible from German U-boats. The same general approach has been taken all these decades by the United States and NATO versus Russian naval forces based in Murmansk, who have to get out through the Greenland-Iceland-UK gap. There's simply no way for them to attack us any other way. Now, we're told we face this horrible scourge of global warming, and it's going to open up the Arctic to year-round shipping. Doesn't really matter if you believe that's true. It only matters that China believes it's true, and China is jockeying for position in the Arctic, which definitely threatens American interests. Greenland is a vital territory for us. It's also a vital territory for Europe, and it's a vital territory, of course, for the Greenlanders. So what could this look like? First of all, there's no reason that we couldn't make Greenland a joint free trade zone for the United States and therefore the USMCA countries plus the EU. In the process, Greenland could become a major offshore financial center like the Caymans, but without tropical weather. Moreover, U.S. technology is absolutely vital to being able to harness the tremendous resources, rare earth metals, oil, tons of other stuff that currently are just lying dormant. Moreover, U.S. environmental policy is superior in making sure that those operations are conducted cleanly. So let's not forget that aspect of it, because the most likely other exploiters of Greenland's resources are the Chinese, who don't care about the environment at all, not at all. We had a scandal a few years ago about plastic getting into the ocean. Turns out 95% of all the plastic in the ocean comes from just two countries, and neither of them is the United States, China primarily, and India. Our environmental policies will keep Greenland safe and pristine while harnessing its resources and making every Greenlander rich. And let's just come to that part. There's no reason we couldn't do a deal where we just pay every Greenlander $50,000 or $500,000 or $5 million. Who really cares? It doesn't even rise to the level of a rounding error in the federal budget at this point. And there's no reason you couldn't do this with a population that small. So what would this look like? Very simple. We have plenty of precedent. We have the Northern Mariana Islands in free association with the United States. They're an independent country, but we handle things that they can't afford to handle. We have the example of Puerto Rico, which is a commonwealth within the United States. In both of those cases, the locals have near total autonomy. They have the benefits of being part of the United States, or at least the United States sphere. They have United States military as their defense. And of course, they have access to the free trade area that is the United States and the USMCA. This would be an enormous boon to Greenland. It would be a great advantage to the United States, particularly from a defense point of view. And honestly, ditto for the Europeans, because the Europeans can't defend themselves from anybody. It's pathetic. If they don't have the US defending them, they don't have anything. And the only thing saving them is that Russia is also a Potemkin village. They can't march on Berlin. They can't even get to Kiev. But someday that might not be true. So this is a good deal for everybody. This could put money and benefits in the hands of the Danes as well. And again, my proposal would be a free trade area centered on Greenland between the US and the EU, such that can grow not merely into a financial center in Greenland, but actually ultimately into a free trade area encompassing the democracies of the world. This would be a great boon to freedom. This would be a great boon to the global economy. This would certainly make a lot of American wealth, and it would be good for the whole world except China and Russia. And that is a good thing. So, Greenland is a great idea. Yay for Donald Trump. And let's see it through to completion.